Hey Scruffy, how you doing? So you came up to the door quicker tonight, so that's nice. Got some meows, huh? Yeah. So you're still waiting in an area I can't see you in. So tonight I have your meaty pate with real chicken and tuna and kibble. So this one doesn't smell as bad as your smelly fish, so I like this one better. I think this is the best quality of the food that you get. I don't know, maybe the beef hearty cuts are pretty good. I don't know. So anyway, I guess I'll bring it out. Okay. So I've got your food. Okay, get your water. So we're only 20 minutes early to dinner tonight. Okay, so you moved. So you're gonna change your water bowl. So we get the other bowl in. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna sit in the chair and get the glove. Okay, got the glove on. Okay, so I think you're a little more enthusiastic than last night. Probably helps that I'm not as early. Oops, got a cough there. That actually sounded like a cough for once. So the first coughs he ever did that I heard, I didn't know they were a cough. Somebody had to tell me it was a cough. I thought maybe he's in pain or something, or whining or something, because it sounded more like a call or a whine or a moan than a cough. So anyway, it's another hot day. This morning, I think it was worse than it's been the past few days. So I got up early, and this time I knew the weather was going to be bad again, so I didn't even try to stay in bed longer or go back to sleep. So I'm up. Let's try to get up so I can go out for a run earlier, because the weather's going to be nasty today. Still took me a while to get myself together so I could go out for a run, but I did manage to leave for my run, I think, earlier than usual. So I was, definitely earlier. I've been, all week. So it was mid-morning, and the forecast suggested it'd still be good, but that sun intensity was bad. So already, just as I was walking out, I could tell that I think this was going to be worse, or it was going to be at least as bad as 2 days ago when I ran. And I remember 2 days ago, I was thinking, gee, this is going to be bad. I can feel the sun piercing my back through my shirt. And then 2 days ago, by not even the end of the first lap, it was in think it was a mile in my first lap, and I was already thinking, gee, I don't know if I'm going to make this. This heat is bad. Today, I didn't have that initial reaction, but I could feel it was definitely hot, and I was really uncomfortable. So I think I was in the second half of my second lap when I started really feeling, gee, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm really hot. So it wasn't the first lap this time, the second lap, but I think it was actually hotter today in the morning. And even though it was earlier, it was still bad. So I think earlier in this morning, it was still worse than it was 2 days ago when it was a little later. And then it heated up more, so as the run went on, it was getting worse and worse. So I was sweating really badly. I could feel my clothes were starting to get soaked with sweat, so it was also a really uncomfortable feeling. And there wasn't really any breeze, so it was just hot. And the shade didn't help. And then he lifted up both legs there, like he really wanted it. I need to headbutt the glove or something. And a good cheek rub, or chin rub. So I made it through the entire run, so I didn't have to call it quits early, but yeah, it was a pretty uncomfortable run, and my time was actually not good. It was definitely one of my slower runs. It was, quite a few minutes slower today compared to the other day. I was actually surprised at how well my run went the other day. I didn't expect it to be basically on par with my average time, but yeah, today I was well under that, or well over that. And today was more what I kind of expected the other day to be like. I think probably the big difference today was versus the other day was I had a recovery day the day before, and today, so basically I've done a run, I've done a bike ride, and I did another run. So the recovery day, and that was probably tired, and because I woke up so early, probably didn't help either. And then the heat's just been bad, so not a great run, but I finished, so whatever. I can say I finished. So I did my run. So it doesn't look like the weather is going to let up anytime soon, so it's going to continue to be like this. So tomorrow I got to decide if I'm going to do a bike ride or if I'm going to take a recovery day. I think it'll depend mostly on when I get up and how bad the weather is. 2 days from now I'm supposed to do my intervals though, so I'm trying to keep my schedule open for that. So regardless of the heat and the time, I plan to do my intervals. The only thing that probably keep me in is if the weather or the air quality gets really bad. So we've been kind of stuck in this yellow range for air quality for the last week. So as long as it doesn't get into orange, red, or purple, it's usually okay. Orange, I'll probably still go out. If it gets into red, nah, I'm going to stay in. And then if it's purple, I'm definitely staying in. So today, the air quality visibly was not as bad. It was still hazy, but it's, I think, the thinnest haze I've seen in quite a while. So you can still see it's there, but it's not nearly as thick, so you can see the hills in the distance. And gives the general impression that the air quality is improved. Okay, Scruffy, I think you're ready for food, huh? Yep, you're ready. Okay. Oops. So I think I like the meaty pate. Real chicken with tuna, the best of the lot. So it's not a mystery meat like the Super Supper. So I have a little more confidence. It's probably better, slightly better quality food than the Super Supper. Though I don't know for sure. And it doesn't smell terrible like the smelly fish. And because it's a pate, it's actually really easy to divide up in the can. Hearty cuts are much trickier because the contents are so soupy with the hearty cuts. When you try to split up the can in the can, I basically just use a fork to try to cut it into pieces, and it just oozes back together with the hearty cuts. So it's a little tricky. Where the pate kind of holds its form, so you can kind of cut out a chunk and the rest of it kind of stays in place. So I'm getting sweat. So I think one landed on the ball. So yeah, it's still hot. So I had to do some software updates today, and they were really, really long downloads, so I couldn't do any work. I was waiting for the software updates. So I ended up working on the broken scientific calculator I mentioned a few days back. Actually, was it? Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, it's a few days back. So I have an old scientific calculator that I brought to the grocery store with me because I had a $10 off $50 worth of groceries or more, and I wanted to make sure I was buying enough to use the coupon without, so my problem is, I like to. So generally, I like to buy a lot of food I can freeze, but since I don't have since my freezer broke, I can't do that anymore, and so it's just me, and a lot of the food I buy is perishable. I have to figure out what can I buy that I can actually consume or store before it goes bad. And so the last shopping trip I went before, where I had the coupon, I found myself trying to buy what I think I needed, and then in the end I still needed a few more things to kind of pad out the grocery bill so I'd have enough. And so I started buying stuff that was not necessarily, I didn't necessarily actually need. It was more kind of a luxury thing, just sort of like, well, I kind of need to buy something, I guess this would be okay. I guess I can store this or use this eventually. But I didn't but a lot of these things are kind of optional, and I'd be better off if not buying them, in the sense that I might be able to get a better deal elsewhere. So like last time, one thing I bought was popcorn kernels. And in hindsight, I actually didn't need to buy that. And this grocery store kind of charges more than, say, like Target. So I could have bought a bigger jar of popcorn kernels at Target for, you know, a little bit less money. So so that was the cost of using the coupon, trying to meet the minimum $50 spend, and not being able to run the numbers in my head accurately enough. So I wanted to bring a calculator next time around, and I have an old scientific calculator. The reason I like that calculator is because it has a really nice memory feature. So it has the ability to easily save and restore 6 different memory slots, and it has 6 memory slots. So basically A, B, C, D, E, F. So if you need to add a bunch of different things together and save things together, it's really handy. So, and the user interface is pretty easy. So it's not tricky. But I found out the calculator was broken when I got to the store, and that the number 5 and the multiply button didn't work. And then actually 1 or 2 of the memory buttons didn't work either, and I think there's like one other function on the scientific calculator that didn't work, but I didn't need that for the grocery store. So, wow, Scruffy left in a hurry. So I guess I will continue this story tomorrow about fixing my calculator. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.